afternoon enko emfama ya hwefo nyina meje di so boade na daruma enne dey so no eyade amu nyina mo ho san se me na ya se wade me ho de se be ma so de anopa na ni koku do suro no mama chi mama hwefo nyina mo ada ne de nyina no mojebre ehwe ensempa na ya se wo me betena video mo hanim se de be som mo no mama mamu nyina akwa abashonko fambra Kumasi All Light TV, Friends of Ken TV and Afe Thick TV enne dey so me ne modi ehia je de echegu de ekoso ewo o my Ghana na maboabo ni nyina no a me de eba be so mo se shoulder jumedie me hye so nya subscribe ya be subscribe de ama be share video ama onu ebi ono so be share ede ama obi fofo na se ne da ne de nyina no me ne mo a edi juba no me tuja wa hanum se na so comment section na se no adwenchire biara wo bia no so wo de wadwenchire e fa honom ede ama me enne ne de ensem no mabone bede ankasa me de eso mo hana ATP ede newspaper review no ebe ba be so ye so ena Wednesday communicators NPP ni NDC fo nyina no wo me ba be ka me ho e wo fidie m hanim se ni ya twetwe nkomo ye di enkomo na ye nso ye nyansa nyankopon de ama ye e fa o my Ghana ye yo ni o my Ghana mpuntuo ho no ye de ni nyina no atudwa ede amamo enu ada ena chese NPP amanyoko no wo mu bie di tu mu se wo na wo mu kopeke forms se wo mbe so wo mu gina se eye presidential candidate ede ma NPP amanyoko no wo mo mbra vetin enu ametina video mo hanim se me ka kire mo se akompre ko hine Japan yade aje so kopie mu e wo vetin na se nese mo di tu dwa no me ni nyina no eso mu aje se na ba ko ne se wo ka so wo no no yede je se nkunim die franka no yade a wo no akompre ko wo hine Japan esina betire ni ahwie mu tan so kra na empenifo kra na no wo vetin room no wo munim se yede ya wo no akompre ko wo hine Japan wo no eni nipa wo se efota se wo beba na wo ba be ye flag bearer ede ama NPP amanyoko no nam tokwa kese a eda wo manim nyame ya adoma 2028 ro wetumi akokodei na wedi nkodimo so ndi onim se Ghana fo nyina no eyade a wo mo twen no Ghana fo ye ready papa se wo banko ade akokromoti no wo mo be ma akasa ede ama no enti enrada akompre ko ekọ vetin de ekọ hwo honom no BRYAN ACHEAMPONG na nhwo koye ane saso ena honorable was say ya Educhum, your former education minister and also a member of parliament Edema Agyapong wono so ekopie mu vetting committee na se wo mo nsema wo mo di tu dwa nyina no ebusua emre ekonanim no mebo ni nyina no ede amamom saso ena eye okoboy wono so enu ada NPP amanyoko wo me ni bedi achese bede ya na wo mo ekire se sisi ane de ase de NDC amanyoko ni beso wo mo ka wo mo kokobo hye wo mo yem no anya de wo mo beti ase da no wo mo so ye demonstration emu ode yankasa a wo mo tu ni din se ye nsuo hwehwa according to okoboy wo se ade aba ko ajeso wo no odwen wa wonte ase ane se anka wo man Ghana ye wo me yesi freedom of speech na so ase de NDC ababa ye wo mo ye freedom of speech no e wo honom no wo ma baba ye no arrest after speech and de wunya ka won sem to honom ye na just and de yokofo ochew CID fo ochew police fo na wo mo chew ankasa and de black maria na ye du sim na just and de court wudi wa kwani aba ne se wudi wa kwani aba wo ye no se da bi ade NDC amanyoko di MB before fashion no e ade just say emwa ye baba bantu we de wo mo de petition emu oden e na koma ye mampani is excellency John Dramani Mahama saso en wo mu wie ye wo mo ko tete yohonu IGP ono so new office en wo mo ko submit eye wo mo petition na wo mo de sere se sa ehwenhwenhwenhwa no e ade a chese eye adoso ankasam another hana ATP so abra na just what is sama aba wan krata no nyina no esom ye no o ma yete asese ye mampani his excellency John Dramani Mahama eye poba football ni ane kane no nank wono ene ye acting chief justice na so sabre de ade ye mampani was selecting se wono embra na ombe chief justice just wono show juma just den enim no enye juma keto enen so kra no kopie mu abe fontentan fidie no show baby biara obefe bia Nti ase se ye mampani we select Agyapong boni se wono embra na wo meye chief justice sensem de amafo eke bianka se besu na matena fidie manum se no mede ni nyina no ebe sommo 3 days today ene eno ada me ka kire ma brante bia ye friend Mustafa asa Mustafa last week brache se menhia edi notice ba bonten se da ye kwakosie eye asante hema na konedu ya do motoso miensa no obi an hye dem anadwofa no saa brante ne nkwade otam ne telephone wodi si nanim etoto ayampia edidi atam ajezebuhua na nya asem ketwa no mede ho update ahono outdoor na enede ababa shom na nenso kura na matena se no na report bi ne na mabe fontan fidie no so e kire se saa brante na ye sibrim ne sibrim a nanim ne nafunu ne nani nyina hono no yade abrante na to nananom ewansie do saa bredie abrante no na wofo so da bi ogusuwa etiase a menemo kase wo mo koye ekopie mo from sources and answer from information and ayasewa megada ye na chese ofie suofia ane ya tawukrom honom no finti no wo nebusuafo ekopie mo Queen Mother wo honom no se wo mo ekwa akopa chew na ensema Queen Mother no ede tu dwa na emre ekonanim no yade ambide ni nyina no ebeso mti ebusuane ye hyase na ye mfa ye de na ye remu wa NPP fo na kache no adam vetting committee wo mo tena ase agese akompre ko ohine Agyapong di kan ko ye nipa otosho mienu a wono so ekoye Dr. BRYAN ACHEAMPONG na Dr. BRYAN ACHEAMPONG we ko ye no okoye the vetting wie ye wo pie ye ena nsem chofo ye to chi no wo kona ne ye bisa ze papa BRYAN ebra wo ko vetting no eniema ekosi se na ne ema te se no osuo vetting na me ko ye de trust me na bibia ededa na akwa so in fact wo mu bisa me ne me ba be ye de abo o man Ghana de me pese me ye ne ade ena me di ni nyina no etu dwa edema wo mu for some time now one of the stories ebusua achende eba no NPP amanyokuo no wo mo flag bearer race ni ye papa dia na 4 million Ghana cedis after say wa peki forms wetua bibia wie no yes ye no development fee na no wo mu bisa BRYAN ACHEAMPONG say sa 4 million ya NPP amanyoko ewo muji wonhu boni bia ewo ho ana no so NPP party ne de wa ye ready so be so ba na be ye flag bearer wo party nim no ono de boni bia no ho ana so ohun boni bia wo ho se wo betam 4 million na ya to di eda na se di eda so development fee se wo dey support NPP party no o se baby a party na ba bedu sisi ano sika na party ne hia into ono ne tam 4 million se wo di to development fee or no Dr. BRYAN ACHEAMPONG de trust us say ohun boni biara ewo ho video no ewo ho no ma mehye so be ka me ho ne yakọ na yakọ akotie Dr. BRYAN ACHEAMPONG enrada ebra just wo see from every vetting room no emra sisia.
Thank you very much. It went very well. This is a familiar territory, party headquarters. I've been here, a member of this party. I met with the committee and standard questions. It's a vetting. It's not an interview. It's a vetting to see whether I qualify. And as a member of parliament, it's very easy to qualify for such a vetting unless you have any other thing against you. And I don't have anything, so we just had a normal conversation about how we're going to move our party forward.
There was an issue about development fee, 4 million Ghana cedis, which some of the aspirants raised concerns about, saying that is the party now being sold to the highest bidder? Why is the party charging development fee? You are one of the candidates to lead the party. What do you have to say about the development fee?
Well, as far as I am concerned, it was a requirement that came with the forms that we have to pay a development fee. If you are a presidential candidate, you have to be able to demonstrate resourcefulness, to be able to mobilize what is required to fulfill the party's requirement. It has been done. As to whether it is the right amount, fair amount, exorbitant or low, that is up to the party people and the party leadership to decide. I am not for, against. I'm very neutral about it. I think that my team have fulfilled that requirement, and we are ready to embark on our campaign.
I'm sure you were asked about your vision for the country. What did you tell the panel?
But I don't think that it came in that form. The vetting largely is based on your qualification to be a presidential candidate and to satisfy the constitutional requirement. That is what the vetting is about. There were some side questions more about how we bring the party together, or the vision on how, when you become a candidate, unite us to win. Those questions were answered square and fair.
We would like to know the answer.
But I took an oath in there not to discuss the details of the vetting committee. If you are to ask me on another forum of my vision for the party and the country, I will be able to tell you. But for the things that happen inside the vetting committee, because of the oath that I took, you may have to spare me on that.
The final one, you've been very vocal, especially on the campaign trail, where some of the aspirants have said that you are throwing subtle jabs.
Yeah, BRYAN ACHEAMPONG, I want also share him saying Nyame Adoma on the 31st of January 2026. Delegates, police station executives near there, woman in Adi Kokromotino, Everto Aba Ede Amanono, and Yakwa Kotin Sema Ban was here, but I will room in the one man a Bible, Emma Nekanta, minting ye be a course inside Hobiano, and will bet to me a dear to Jabba or Casse, that in a dear one on a bet to me, a yadia just or dear two and penifone, and even as 4 million in Shria, a month for Casa or no BRYAN ACHEAMPONG who say, Bonibia Nimesa, a party in Yeska, party also Munyeska, and a development Finawa reading Quadia. There is nothing wrong with it. BRYAN ACHEAMPONG show me no me and do one dance yourself for some time now, and they are back to back, short to short, and Kasa, and a Danny Denino, would show Edema Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, a recently cried your Becca, a canine pages about Miamo de Baya, no mudi to Ghana for action or fire, won't say, Moya quite election when you're 41%, and the Pabe Brenan Twaba, Mobile Shakwaya, Mobile Fashonia build a party, and one I'm sa canine pa, canine pay, and the NDC Amanyo Konusu, they were more 56%. Added the honor dada. What carry a yarn was Sancho Becca, a man proceeded Gusasi from Tokwa. Just a number no sure I'm NPP Amanyokono. Woman ya vote, or we are not Sunday for Frosabe chat to cry. Said Bawumia Cremoni. Bawumia can say, I dare just one no bet you stream for votes in the Abba. Nasoko we are children, not just about Bawumia. Wako share woman in a guntin, and my delegate in Sancha woman in Kosha Bawumia cry. And one year who say in the 10 cents, Eddie Ababon, just one no show, ever responded Becca so 10 cents on the Ababon. So when Kwana yen sense the end and just a surahi memono, a idea just will be nemu 8 crano, a idea no crebiara enem. Now we in the vet and now will be the same. Yes, you said yan and say when yes, if I be just a shorty, would to be true job be not just a Bawumia, what just one a buancas out to be bonny boots is what Yashania Diana. Na near my yan now okay can ideas is here just walk over it in the way. Who better to show an answer a bad day, and a BRYAN is a share. Maybe better the best show. Kwabrania ya turn for 16 solid years. NPP party no. Ye nya for show bia e won show. Ye de no election just so my report. Me na me baba prese ye be yine free hono na me baba be gina no. Me be ka no kura ne de akira manfo a. E den na mama adwen yam say de Bawumia ne be kira na say de Bawumia ne be ka no. Eno na me betie. Ane BRYAN ACHEAMPONG say e fiansa na just a shorts no jobs no matutu bia mo obi ne fiansa no BRYAN ACHEAMPONg. Waba be miemu wankasa o say your politics and election wo mo beko nti de obi abeka be ye ne nyonko ye na say de obi abeka be mamafo ba be di nechi no eno wo ye na mbom na asembia ro ke bia no de hia ne so ode adwen ne nyansa de beto wo say de be ya ye to oba ni mpo wi a opponent no enkofa na wo mu use against no wo se sa jobs a wo to de wonye ye fiansa na campaign akasa mu no e ba be sha nti we ya na ya say we what the family show no makache ye Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia ne nkrofo say ono BRYAN ACHEAMPONG ni abedi ankasa sabre ye fiansa na jese aro no wo shapen wo betuma na bo wo mo koko na bo wo mo koko so dia wo mo beti ahwe no mo nyina no wo mawuwe sanso ono jobs no wo nya to ne wo ja to kire na mbom ni nyansa na ode ebeto yenkwe na yenkoti honorable BRYAN ACHEAMPONG nsem no emrasisia.
Final one, you've been very vocal, especially on the campaign trail, where some of the aspirants have said that you are throwing subtle jabs at them. There have been responses as well. If given the chance, some of the things that you said, would you retract them?
There have been a few jabs, and I think there will be a couple more. we are embarking on a campaign. I mean, I will be hit. Others will be hit. It's part of the campaign. It's normal in our politics, except that wisdom must be applied for you to know the line beyond which you are infuriating somebody. That will make unity post-election difficult. But the regular jabs of pecking people's faces, those ones will happen. We just have to make sure that we don't poke the eyes, and that will become a problem.
BRYAN ACHEAMPONG no was a jobs ni the fiansa no wo ba betutu de mu odi ankasa wonyan ne no wejaye ochina na mmom no wo medidi obi atembe kasa emfanti obi a ya kensie na munyina mokọ ntini de be ma amanfo wo be ya kono de ama amanfo na amanfo ato abade ama no eno no na ono BRYAN ACHEAMPONG wo be ba beye na nanse ni de ase Dr. Bawumia na ankasa no ho ya ye memobo kakra and se de otisi Ashanti region na ne ni abede a wo ye campaign ase de Bawumia wasaso atiada esanse nkrofo na 2023 wo mudi ono Bawumia chi anacha so ofa ha no o metiem ni ade yina no enne de ya me ne wo kase ade asa nkrofo ni nyina wo mahase a wo motwe wo mo ho baako wo nyina ba be hu ni se Dr. Bawumia ye obi agese edidi akansie ni manaso onye obi a ye kase ye ne kwa akansie obetumi aboa na nkunimdie etumi aba ba ye de eno ada se metena ha me ka kire mo se blind bogewe se de abrantie we yampa se na nko tufa toto short pa edema eye Kennedy akompre ko yin Agyapong na chese ennempo no brand abrantie blind bogewe ni wonu tu nanu tu akase se ne wo hia akompre ko yin Agyapong na wo be koto no wa pa ne chew de na jese de ebobo ba ne de eba no agese Dr. Bawumia wo kope dade eche bi na wo hye enipa no wo mudi nechi no this time round no wo bia e twe ne ho de free nechi se wo ma ba be hu han no kane no na wo mu hu shum no ena kane ne so na ese hwenhwa no na eye adoso dodo ene de kura busu amene mo kase metetsensem bi won framem se eye current MPs sa MPs no wo support eye Dr. Bawumia no wo ho no ma na kwabrane atwe ne telephone no wa fra no wa tell strong one na nkasa se se one support Dr. Bawumia na se wo ba because e den ya wo no ana eba 2025 2026 ntinya me ya do na so wo ba edru brese parliamentarians mo ba be come vet mo ko peke forms na ade a sa nkrofo wo man support Bawumia ni nyina no ade a wo mo be step down na no na me na yas wo me gina so aka say from enkomo ayenso yedi wa abonten no we ya parliamentarian na say we MC na say former DC ya hweye papa no wa ma obi biara enhwenhwa wo akensie na MP before mo ko animanim ya no akensie a mo ko akogina de ama Ghana enye party na mo ko gina mo se wo man Ghana be yeye na wo man Ghana be tumpon a egina delegates police station executives parliamentarians former MDCs any DCs ni ade mo no na gina mo so se wo man Ghana so be kase de na wo man Ghana kana so de a egina mo so nti mo hweye na ma obi intimidate mo hweye na ma obi awura enhwenhwa mo na ma fa kokromoti na nkoto aba fun bi a at the end of the day Ghana for ye na ye de yesabegu yetiri show na yesum eno ada na mo so na ye de agese duchum wono so ekopie mu ewo NPP amanyoko ne party office na wokopie mu ewo honomnom ene ja wono so vet ni ko na wie no so de nsemi tu dwa wono so atutu bi e de fa sa 4 million no wo kire se sa 4 million ne de masa so why you ready papa ba so obedi party anima e so to me pesa 4 million to order ma ubetua no ono Bawumia ono educhum de frankly speaking boni bi eni ono so for sa 4 million on de ohun boni bi awom no ye no say ade atese hope e ba ani kunim di e ba entinetifie epoye ayi be tese tokuro bi a wo hyemu bia no fa hye wutirim say ade agese hope e ba e na sa hope no eye wono ono abo say ya weduchum wono na betumi baba bua wo man Ghana ono na betumi ama man Ghana etumpon ya ba da duchum nso de ama so ono so ye ne 10 cents babonti a ni nyina na eche se ono educhum kra na de eje se wo we man ankasa wo pagya man ne nan de kwosoro eba wo mu skululu ankasa wan de eba ne nufu aje so otumi mia na kwabra na ejirechi a na eche se no hu nyina no esane no eche se 10 cents eba educhum de ne de bushia enya asem ketwa wo so sha ase wo kasa e de egesi eye ne ma bi a Dr. Bawumia can niema bi a wo ye ne said the recent election anko ye ya ma MPP obeba ba wonte beba be pacho a wo ba ye na just sa pacho no wo ba be fole nkrofo ni nyina e na rutu meka se masa wo na wo ye peni na wo de o man ga na esika sem so ne ade nyina wedu bone a hwem na pacho na ye ne de fa ye si nchen na busho obeka ye na ene ye de ne tenses beto apa so se team but this time ne de also no want obi a case hope is coming as hope eba no ya dia wonu edu twumo ba be flag bearer dia ma MPP amanyoko no 2028 na wetumi asanso ama MPP amanyoko no abapawa yasanso kwe na yenkotie honorable oseyaw edutwum ne nsem no emrasisia.
How did the process go?
The process went very well. The vetting committee members were great. I felt very welcome. They gave me an opportunity to respond to various questions. I've shared my views with them on how we can transform Ghana. From Azim to Zabzugu, help is on the way. We will fight the war against poverty and we'll win it. We'll create a better nation than we've ever anticipated. That's what I said with them. And today, I'm excited that this process is over. Thank you.
One final point, this about the development fee, 4 million dollars is development fee. Some of the aspirants have raised concerns that it appears that the party is now selling the flag bearer position to the House.
No, I will not comment on it. This party works so hard for us to have a party and for us to have elections. If there are contributions, that's the way you build a party. Thank you.
Thank you. All the best.
Credits no enko enfama GH1 wamada Roma ena minya video yi bia me so mede asomo nti wutie edutwu a wose hope is coming na nkunimdie ade achese eba na sa 4 million amafo kan wasem kwabere Agyapong na kan wasem Kennedy nso kan wasem woso no de sa 4 million enye sika bia de mano na before asa na party kwa betimi organize a election no a lot of things ene kom sika bebre na ene kom tutu ya 4 million so be a presidential candidate dem a party ni dia ono edutwum de bana biara enim na sisi ane de yen na enim say Kennedy camp de busua wo mani abede papa just sisi akura me no mo kase wo mo ate anti-rigging team na anti-rigging team ya wo mati ene say wo mo be hwe say general election na say election ya just say that NPP amanyoko no wo manim 2026 no wo bia nkowia wo bia vote wo bia nkofo wo vote ni ade na no ena spokesperson edema kompre ko hine Agyapong kwesi kwate wo ba be kire mu se o enye se bia 2023 aba na wo mkoto ye no bia na ye wie mu de ma wo bia na se bibi da bi entesa na mbom no sa anti-rigging team na wo mate no ade a wo mo ba be make sure se kwabra ni bia ro de ni kokromoti beto oba bia no obi a vote ebe count ani delegate bia vote ye be count ni ade wo se said ye mre bi etwem no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said ye wonya vote bebre na enne wo hwe nkrofo wo ma twe wo mo hodi afiri Bawumia camp wo mo ma obi a meka se na Bawumia na wo san kodi nkunim no wo nwe de wo se emfasa na even sa team ya wo mati ebe favor Bawumia ebe favor Kennedy ebe favor Edutwum ebe favor Bryan Agyapong just wo mo nyina no obiara wo so oto abadema ne bia no ade a chesa sank nipa no obehu the number of voter was say wonya any number of votes so a obenya was election ya ye kokoi ebusi was 31% kura wan sha Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enya dia wo benya yenkwe na yenkotie kwesi kwate ne nsema just wo de atudwa afa anti-rigging team a just akompre ko hine Agyapong the camp wo mate no emrasisia
graphics be flying say Kennedy Agyapong sets up anti-election Reagan squad.
Yes.
Is it true?
Yes.
I don't know about setting up anti.
First of all, the anti-Reagan elections team or squad or initiative is not only to protect Kennedy Agyapong's votes. One is to make sure say Dr. BRYAN ACHEAMPONG votes obey Nyanyina. Two is to make sure say votes are Dr. Bawumia ni votes pepe and open Jojo Rokin mebo mabaso. Again is to make sure say me and Papa Dr. El said that you vote to Benya, will count the same vote for him.
No, Obiasma. Obiasma. Breaking election.
Can Japan also vote to Benya? But more example, eh? You got 2 aba last election, last primary acquired. Who said that about Miokumuna 100%, 99.3%, almost 100%.
Yes.
One more, you're to about in November, the prime minister to nothing November 4th. You're to about between November to the next prime minister to parliamentary prime minister was just December and them. Could you tell me you a very key analysis na me you? One more 2 years, not about me and about contest be Lucia. Over the same constituency. Olusu yano owns or court in the case of Koye. Or the Sabom ne the Toya dot about me 100%. Sabom no any pana move for. A toss abana one more toya or lose parliamentary. Between December no, any pana no, December 9 bomu sa. Ne then na over the period even before November 9th. Yes, though they recorded 100%. Said one more everybody in the album went to vote, and everybody also voted for him. So our case is that we are making a very strong case for the sanity of elections in the NPP. We want to restore confidence in the NPP.
But the party has restored confidence already by saying, we are making
but what is
sure
illegal about
it's not illegal, but I so yes sir, maybe sir, are you not creating something beyond top of such say and kind of obi area into me obi wiame into this time when indeed you know say the party in itself
the person can say you cry the Dr. Bawumia the person born home
was mama
the votes obey me I don't see him getting more than 31% in this election and we want to protect him say the votes obey yeah man say when you say what man say we are Dr. Bawumia 31% they be votes ni be o man ko kan dey na ko di BRYAN ACHEAMPONG na we we na Dr. Bawumia obi wa ko bi pe Dr. Muano number 12%. So onu kwa mpo na ya man we want to protect everybody, the sanctity of the process, so that everybody's vote will be counted for him. We assume we said I'm not doing the same quite. One for us if you had 7 votes, we'll count the 7 votes for you. If Dr. Luchum 100 votes, ebe count 100 votes amano. If Dr. BRYAN ACHEAMPONG 20, ebe count 20 votes amano. The Agyapong 1,000 votes, ebe count 1,000 amano. That's what we want to do. So we are only building a system that will ensure the sanctity and integrity of the electoral process. And that includes everything.
Okay,
that includes everything.
You and your campaign team, do you trust the party to do a good job during the elections?
Yeah, but no, I mean, even if you trust somebody, does not necessarily mean that you also not take care of yourself. What I say? The fact that you trust some of our I don't know. You may trust your partner, but I don't just say you won't take care of yourself. You also have to take care of yourself. And I don't think it's so much of a rebellious mindset. No, it's not really a rebellious mindset.
No, and Kennedy in the squad, no. Just a danny day, especially with Snaffy man who say Nebusia, the shoulder Jubedi, Soma. Ayana and Sama just a man for Bebrina, Eta, Ekanese. I was a compre in a Japo to me a share, not one set committee, be I just say, woman brand so see a quack or two bar, will be Korea, will be a ban, will be a Gobu, will be fashion and so on. Another showdown biara enfament they said they another any day na mo committee no eno e dey to akompre ko hene Japan wani mebusua why ne sa pepepe e dey amamo na anti-rigging team ya jasa ba bontin na manfo say wo mo ne dey wo mo ntia ase ka me akwakoye say Kennedy ne squad no ase dey NPP amanyoko no electoral commission ni ade wo mo ni gidie biara wo mo na sure dey bi we nya gidie bi na ye ni wo bie mu ye hwe ne ya protect wo bia vote obiara just wodi kokromote no ebeto abanyame yadoma on the 31st of January 2026 no ya beka yo bia vote was it Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia akra de wa baby penyo na wa baby penye nyina ye hu de koye said ye na amafo sifa ye na just one na ye chosi one na fi January election ono akasa ni kuro ma ye kwa akwato aba just wodi nkudi monya 100% no afi de ye kwa akwato aba January election na ni kuro hodom just amafo achada amfa kokromote no ankwa akwato aba amfa man even in Ashanti region vote charges wonya ya na kire say amafo ewo doshunko bi de man so kwa wi general election na just asante man temu aso no enipa bebre na nkwa nkoto aba no amfa man enti wo mo mpese sa show down part 1 bi esi mra bi etwem no another part 2 besi ene wo mo mpese obi asudi ebufuo ebe free party mu enti obi a vote be count ane ukotuma Bawumia ukotuma Kennedy ukotuma kwa Agyapong o say ya weduchumo BRYAN ACHEAMPONG obi a wudi kokromotin beto aba de be ma ne bia no eyade asa ni pa ni vote no eyade a ebe count ankasa na kwesi kwa attention de back to back ebihwanya asam ketwa wasa kwa akotena Kesben no akotena Kesben no say honorable say cheme sabonshu medi wo ho ya papa peni anka wo wutifie na keja emfra ya de na nyanka wumpo na abetwe mfra na so anaso na abetu mfra na fo wumbo na wo ba abonti aba be ka kire sa kompre ko hine Agyapong eyade abrofo kasa ye frɛ ne brofo ontintini semre so na se Ghana fo ye pesika enyade obetumi de Ghana fo akọ IMF no akwaje bosiade aba na no na kwesi kwa atenwie no oba be ka se bebi a wo man Ghana ya ba beduru na wuti akompre ko hine Agyapong da ne de nyina wo kan nsem no de nsem egu fom a ne nsem a wodi gu fom no enye bosia ba asem debi enye IMF asem wo kire the resources e wo man yi mu kwan obetumi afa so be create jobs ne ade na ma man Ghana etumpo na ma man Ghana so afa ne ntuma pa efra enti nsem a ono abo ze eche mensa bonshu na no ada wo be kan ye na Kennedy ntebrofo wo se Kennedy wenya respond wo dada ba kwesi kwa aten so say emuaye wo a wo no so edi ja okwan no enu ne yenti eno so emra sisie
Honorable Chairman Sabons, I'm told so can say Ken Timin Cabrofo na would no committee in the IMF near there where that could do and Ken responded by we are money but just say I don't even think say person be the president of Ghana as I dream about in the IMF. So you are not ready to come and perform. Because IMF is a hospital. Nobody goes to IMF or nobody goes to hospital, you are in a good condition. You go to hospital when you are not in a good condition. But if you are eating healthy, you are exercising, you are dieting so well, you are having rest, why do you even think of hospital in the first place? What I say?
Check up.
Check up is different from say Ukojinro. In IMF, check up there. Check up in this context will be going into the international market to go and seek investors.
Okay.
But now Okoji loan there. No now Okoji. It's the same thing. And Kenny says it will be it's even shallow thinking to even think of that even in the first place. Say about President Magana say, oh my loan. We will the president that will create jobs for us. And I've always maintained that if you look at the first industrial revolution, second industrial revolution, third and fourth industrial revolution, we always at the consumption end as a country. And we need to go back to the basics and leapfrog. And that's why Ken talks about the agriculture and tourism as his main focus or the best of mine. And of course, he also talks about decentralization. Greater Accra is almost choked. Not only about the chokiness, but we also have to stimulate growth in the other parts of the country. So, 24-hour economy is not artificial. It's not artificially generated. It's based on demand and supply. My more example, say from Kumasi from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Kumasi boss pa, the day of pa. E do Sunday numre na Kumasi go. Uma go be free. Yeah, kwa ye no be a bankai. Obi a free ko be oyede. Oye ni nyuma so literally it becomes a ghost city or ghost town. And that activity we nan we ye kwa ye kesi. Wo the kwa obi wo hobi wa. Obi akọ. What I say? So in order to make Kumasi more active, why can't we take about 2 or 3 ministries to Kumasi? Agencies in alcohol. Then if anybody who wants to transact then goes to Kumasi to go and transact. Why can't we take Ministry of Education to Central Region? Say what kind of schools in Ashasi? Anybody who wants to go and transact with the ministry and all these agencies, so that you have people moving across all the regions. Or qua are there some behind hotel at them? Or better you are not Eddie. One so much so we put a creature.
But I don't mind your cost too.
What say?
Oh my cost.
No, but no more fit time labor a crowd of more cost. Oh, so does your cost. Obi Fusunya back, they be on the
Abusia for Kennedy spokesperson Kwesi Kwati ena yakwa kotie ne nsem abana chese wo kire se nsem agese onu abo se cheme nsa bonsu beka na anu adabi no sansem ni nyina na yade agese enkro nsuo ane nyanyanse bienim bebi a yedru oman Ghana said ye ni esifa bede ni ade no enye wan na ebutibrofo na enye wan na antibrofo na ni nyina mo so na me se me wo video bi abusua me de ata na nka me pese me de be so mo mbrepemu but enne na Kwesi Kwati aba be kasa asem we ya wa ba be respond no abo se eche me nsa bonsu ne nsem amre bi wo kan ye no and ye ma me fa we ni mra meto aso over the weekend program chenchireche bi ekwo so e won kramante mu na abusua sa program a ekwo so no enumu ena Ashanti regional minister Bridges Waba Kumpre Kohine Agyapong Dino. Wabeka said the flag bearer for the new patriotic party, Kennedy Akumpre Kohine Agyapong that say. Now will be a budget so be a case, Kennedy new, just about the Kennedy dear. NDC 4 dodo, NPP 4 dodo, floating voters donna. Nanka miti MC and yes, Anka Kumpre Kohine Agyapong said will be a now doshu could be man. Anka when you be a was a prayer who cross a contest in a debby. Ye Jani Pano, now ba na ne niema papa ebusua je se woni mu no wetumi aba ba yesa niema ne nyina no na etumi aboa wo man Ghana nti eno no na makwoche sa video na ebusua me de show mo sabre 2025 national leaders economy man Ghana sika sem ho na de je se de keka ho ne ade ne na kumpre ko hire Japan na bra waje Mike wo ba be kasa no eno si youth ayesi so no owe futuo bi ede mayen na ne futuo a wode mayen ne se wo se wo pese wudi ye e wa brabo bibi biara wo be ye bia you need to take a bold step nipa na ebusha ye kaso wante brofu no the same person Danny Day no ama photo to ayampia edemano no this is the same person also akache Ghana for say if you want to be rich in future if you want to become a rich person you need to take a risk so when take a risk now you cannot become a leader when it comes to akompre ko in Japan or you be just an niama waka ne nsema waka no enye se bia na no obeso obeye flag bearer na se no obeso obeye mampeni en okasa asem no this west wono Kennedy ohine Japan waka da bi ono ma video bi wo kura na teso wo sha ase wo ko sha ase wo ka 2014 2013 2012 ni ade and from there now be see ne dey yebusu amene mo kase Kennedy nsesa na no da ne bibiara no wo kambre bi ehwemu no eno na enekra no obeso obeye mampani no ogusu a woka na eba no eman Ghana economy ni ade nso na me ameti he me wogidie hwonko se Kennedy enya sa chance na obeputi a lot of things in place na man Ghana afa ne ntuma pa efra yenko na yenko tie Kennedy akompre ko wo hene Agyapong na nsama na se futu ajeso wode ma youth no emra sisia
young man. You need to take risk in life. If you don't take risk, you are not going to succeed. The future belongs to the risk takers, not security seekers. People, I'll give you an example of what I mean by security seekers. You have bank managers, head of corporations, they make money and all they do is they buy treasury bills. They don't want to take risk. When they buy the treasury bills, they tend to forget that it is somebody who is managing it for them to get their returns. And if I am managing your business to give you say 50%, it means I must make 100%. Now, why don't you manage your business and get the 100% yourself? So you have to take risk in all your endeavors. Without taking risk, you can never succeed. You can never be like one of the speakers here. So youth, from today, what you've heard from all the speakers, when you go back home, begin to think through it and be a risk taker. It is important. If not, you are never going to succeed. Again, you should be hardworking. You just don't dream and think your dreams will be realized. if you don't work hard. You need to work hard. Normally, every person works for 8 hours for a corporation and goes back home. When my former minister was sharing or giving her speech, she made mention that she continues to run a family business and also work as a politician. What it means is that she makes money from the restaurant and makes money from politics. Anybody who works once, say 8 hours, and go to his comfortable home and enjoy, do not expect to make the same money as the one who has 2 jobs. Because if politics will give the minister, say 50,000 a year, restaurant may give her 100,000 and put
Ebusia for Kennedy akompre ko hene Japan na yakwa akotie ne nsema ba nipa na wo mo ka kire Ghana for say ba de brofo a wonti hwi no wono na sabre de wo tu Ghana fo nyina fo mesi NPP amanyoko ne de mesi adwuma achese wo party ne mu no ebusia yade achese ehso ankasa se party ne nyina no etu wo mu esi honom aka wo mu nyina agbom se baako na ebom se eyente na election wo mo ko no wo magya wetimi wakame ayampe achese emfamfo so biara emfa embre party no amoso wo hwede omu betumi aya ebema party no akonanima. I personally feel say anka yade ebeboa ye papa se metie se ono abo se mensa bonshupa wo bia waye majority leader pen obi a chese wakwa parliament so many years na obi a wo sa so aye former MP na wo ba be ka sema jese betumi aboa party wo ba be ka sema jese betumi ama party akonanima na wo begina honom ka kire wonwonko se ye pa obi a se okwa IMF obetumi akwa besa brofo ni die gu hono betumi akwa brofo se de ebe ya amafo beba no wo mdi zika beba begu ye botom dia ene na je se wangasa mono you don't really mean or you don't really understand what you are saying baby asabre wo man Ghana yedru no enye wo bi a wo kwa IMF akwa je bosi ade abre yo dabi ene wo kwa Ivory Coast ane wo mo mampeni wono ne yafa kokromoti ankwa nkoto aba dabi soja memu wono angasa na tisi mu no wo hwe se de ne emesi fa keka kwani ade a dadi de nyina ye kwoto aba no kwabra ne ba na jizo ba be wiwi Ivory Coast fo kodwo to otisi mu ajaso ono ankasa ebe di hwo no ye nyina ye nim se de ne Ivory Coast de ne emesi fa eko inti sanka Ghana ye nya pani bia wono hwo betiase ebe wo ne se resources atwedi amponyangopon ede ma ye Ghana fo no obetumi akeka ne emesi ne ebetumi akeka ne ema abom na ma o man Ghana tumpa ma o man Ghana fo ne tuma pefra ankenye fiansa na ye beba be predi okọ bi memu agwagwa be sabrofo je say ase de ye man Ghana na ze bibi man ne de wo hia ne je say adesre no je say ye de jolly ye from head to toe dani de nyina je say ye kọ na ye kọ kosra de ba baby a ye duru no enye kọ na kosra de asem debi ye pede wo ba obetumi aba beboa ye mesi NDC amanyokuo no ebusia first candidate and wo mo de na eba His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wakada da say enya dia wo ba beba biom whosoever biara NDC de ne bebe bia no eye ne first time inti say NPP amanyokuo no mo so man hwede obetumi aboa man hwede just wo ba obetumi ama ayi party na sa ba power dia na just 2028 trust me say eye dia just say NPP amanyokuo no mo betena fie ache ane ebufu just say wotimemufu akumemu no enye ebufu ketua inti say mo wo bibia wo say mo ye dia mo ma mo ni emre na mo nye nanimonim ya munsan choose candidate chesa amanfo do candidate amanfo pebi de me betrese mo ntoma we ya na se mo ntoma we nyame na me bekire ba de mo akasa mo tisi grounds na mo ne amanfo kasa wo mo kire so osibesi ana so obenten one ye de ne badge so mo to oba ne de amaye no na mo to oba ne former sa nipa no na wo mbra no agese MPP party no entumi ensa so emma power MCA sabe ya mo kase ha na ATP watena se agese nsema aba won krata ne mu no wo ba be pese ni nyina mu ede amaye ATP mama wakwaba
na ya se o me
bibia bako
Yesu adom na so
oba de na darama me nso me hu ye papa nkrata ne nsema abawo mu ni pensem mu ma ye
okay na ya se wa na wie ma me for daily guide e fa ma ye tiefo ni ahwefo nyina kwa ba e fa mra ene day showdown dwumedie so na no be pie mu e wo daily guide a na se ye mampani JD ye money ye ma mi toku no ho nsensema na se na wo man ga ne mo ye suspend ne se yi na firo nom no e se no ye yi ye bafo boni as a chief justice and ne krata e kan wasem so e wo ha se sanso na NPP amanuko na se ja wo mo kwakwa kwagida na delegate ade wo kokromoti akwakoto aba no e da ma wo mo no e na obepie mu e wo delegate da Dr. Bawumia ni foni e da ha se sanso na Kennedy ohine Agyapong o se ya wadi twum ni foni e da ha nrada e vet no mo koye no krata no enso e kan wasem enso e wo ha na akosua menu na e kan asem se e ba na ndi samanuko na mo nyina hye bo se Moba mbetimi just 2 weeks kura asolve eye galamse atete se e wo man Ghana mu ase e de amaye nanso aya akosua menu se o da bi da enya de ndi samanuku no mobetimi abo ama galamse atete se wo man Ghana mu ase no eto etimi etwa de biara da ene kratai e ka ho asem enso e wa ha wonya bia ukomu sukwa no akenkan ne nyina bi enso e de amaye na oba ase ase so na se yensuro ehunahuna demonstration na enre course no ene kratai e ka ho asem enso so e wa ase zasna Bryan Acheampong enra de na hwe kratai de ma wosnya kopon boa na otimi be yo mampani e wo kroma ase ya ena kokuo no betum ye baba pa ma kokuo no sikafo ankasa crashfo ankasa ababu ankasa nanso eye bo ahen ai ado edin sembia beto abefo tintan fidie so na nsema wokanya ne se nsema Bryan Acheampong kan nyina o emfa ba bia obo adabiada even kura no se nem obaye omampani kura na wontimi nya hwe emfa emwa ye kokofuo internet krata delegate e kan wasem ha no kopie mu e social media se boot for boot pa e na e koso e wo hono ma wonya bia ukomusukwa no akenkan nyina bi kama so e de amaye Medewo kwa the Ghanaian publisher na be PM the Ghanaian publisher so na say chief justice is here in a field my see no the ye ni so no e chief justice first no na ye acting is here no ye ni so no na chief justice ye bafo boni ni phone e da say ne krata the Ghanaian publisher e ka WhatsApp so e ha say sanso na ba krata fe to so mienu e won krata ye mo so na say no ada na ko PM e won kramantema na enye fedi agro ni nyina ye NPP amanuko eso moto omugu monti amusi da bi as NDC amanuko no from January to September ye de omu be ye de mo ba be mu die ehunu na na ya too much do na so anya de omu suro ne no omu suro ne che echina internet na ukọ the Ghanaian publisher obetima ko mu no wakenkan nyina bi enso e wo ha se so e de amai sanso na ya akosua menu a woka se NDC amanuko no mu ni plan bia so mo lake ankasa eja obetima abo amagalamsia atate se wo man Ghana mu ase na to atimetwa no se NDC amanuko ntimi mwa emma party na so man Ghana galamsia atate se wo man Ghana mu ase no eto ntimi entwa ne krata kabani pa obetima boa amagalamsia eto atimetwa na ya sewa was Dr. Bawumia ose Bawumia de saa de e wonani so papa ye se Nyankopon ba na so ba abem kra na obetimi abo amagalamse eto etimi etwa enso e wo ha se saa so na Bryan Acheampong ene eye ado enso so ntokwa ekoso social media na the Ghanaian publisher ka WhatsApp enso e wo ha se mede wo kwa the custodian na be piem the custodian so so a nyase mampani JDM ni foni da ha se kama sanso na galamse atate se wo man Ghana mu ase yenso no o metwa kakra eda beto eye krata ya nim na krata yi ebo ho amane se ye mampani JD ye galamse a wo share Ghana for bo se wo ba wo be hwe eba galamse eto otimetwa still na galamse ekoso e wo man Ghana mu ase no e na CDM for ensoso ababo nte no mse ye mampani JD e wo mo se watu bata wo watu kwan de na emom wo ba ya pebrabo nten na ne Ghana for mbekasa na kwan di obefa so obetimi ama galamse atate se wo man Ghana mu ase na to osimetwa bia no ententem wa ye nefa ye edema godesi anu Ghana for ye wu papa ye godesi ya ribebre na ekoso wo man Ghana ni nyina agya yenso ne enwuane a ye di eso enam se galamsey ekwan amofa so ese yesu no chemicals amode fra no ni nyina eka ho poison eka ho binti no eye CD and for say ye man pani bejuru o man Ghana mu ase apem o make sure say woni Ghana for be kasa na ekwan a obefa so obese amagalamsey na tuatimetwa no tuatimetwa mu ententem ya na wo ba ase nso so na NPP amanuko no ye nsuro mahunu na ha eno so krata kan wasem enso ewa ha say sanso na wo ba aye ase so a eye ndis amanuko na se de biara danya de a eye galamsey no mo betimi aso ano da cause galamsey omo abrana NPP amanuko no wa bemu a na omo kase man pani na adanko akufuado ebetima aso ano betima ba bonti abeka asem ba ko pe galamsey ni nyina to betwa enoma ba bemu a from January to September muntimi nya hwenfa no de a ye man pani na se oni ani so ade hu bia galamsey do wo baba beso ano enso ede abaye sanso na eye BRYAN ACHEAMPONG koku ohun sensema obeka ya enam so amabo ahe eye edu ede bi etoto bi left and right akasa ede mane no ene krata the custodian eka wasep enso ewa ha wonya bia no akomusuko no akenkan ni nyina bi kaba so ede amaye mede wo ko daily analyst na be pie daily analyst na say chief justice anya ne foforo eye ba fuboni se krata ni nyina no se kan wasem ewa hase wonya bia ukomusuko no akenkan ni nyina bi enso ede amaye na over the weekends ni hu se Dr. Bawumia ene na ye Samira kopie mo ewo Nigel atense na nabusuani ba ko ewo eja omukoja na yiyo no ene klata daily analyst kan wasem enso ewa ha na wo ba ase so anese e ma metoko no ni phone eda ha se kama na minim se ya twetwe ni e be twetwe ye ma me de ese ye ma me enyo ono na ye chief justice behind de wa fa mu nyina ode kopie mu law court nyina na ankosi hwe esi an ye yi na from ma esi ano ya fa bafo boni ono ene ye chief justice a ede ma man Ghana na kopie mu social media amafo bebre na e kasafa ho pa ya enye fedi agro sanso na no demonstration ekwa so wo ye nkramantamu na ha klata kan wasem enso e wa se na wo ba ase enso galamsey die mo se kwan be so ne be fa so a ye betimi aboma galamsey ye tuatimetwa e wo man Ghana mo ko se enso ne se dodo se ya nkasa e wo mo yare kidney problem mo nye sika enko dialysis ne de keka ho nyina no wo mo nyina mo fa enso san crofo nyina sanso na MPA boss enso so ababonten e na ono so eden semba ko mienu edi bia ba beto no manya we krata daily poster obetimi ensako musuko no akenkan ni nyina bi enso so edi amaite ne daily poster no pay do mo so edi ba ye enso no mede wo kwa the chronicle na be pie mo the chronicle so a na se chief justice ni foforo eye bafo boni oguso e trendi ankasa ne krata ni nyina from A to Z se wo trendi wo mu na ma focus eye man pani jedi so NPP amanuko nkabo beba NPP amanuko no obehwe se obe serve o man Ghana ye papa ama man Ghana atete apansam na timagina ne naso a ene krata kan wasep enso e wa hase sanso na kwasi plat enso so ka se ye hwe ye ma doje fa hodie edema o man Ghana Dr. Kwame Nkrumah na wani ani so ade hunu pa san ko betima boa ama o man Ghana afa ne ntoma perfect enso wu ye hwe ye mpanifo ye die ni ma mo nheda hu sa esu ni bi ewo omumu na obesra da san kejanke nya ba ku mienu bi ko man Ghana be krabe shankasa ene krata the inside enso so kan wasem enso e wa hase sanso ena gold board da go donate 2 million Ghana cedis eda mama hama cares no eno so krata kan wasem enso ha wunya the insider obetimi akona eja wakenkan ni nyina bi kama so edi amaye amefa the Ghanaian Times and fan sorry krata ni nyina so na be pie mo the Ghanaian Times so a nese bafo boni so no ye chief justice no ni foni da hase ne krata si ade ye yi no as chief justice a ne krata the Ghanaian Times enso ka ho amane eso ewa hase na obakata fe to so miensa na ese enrada na police for no man da ohwe wo mo cooperation akasa na niema mo nyenyaye na Robert echecheche obodo sika na ense kan ntuo de enye fedi agro victims ni nyina so ya chi wo mo a ene krata enso kan wasem enso wa hasa so na enrada na kopie mo nkramante ma na enye fedi agro ni nyina MPP amaniko demonstration upon demonstration na ekoso ewo hodom no enye krata no enso can was so say ya man penny je woni o man Ghana de then so den semba ko bia to wonom e de ma say Ghana nkasa ye pennyfo no na say ye youth no ye destiny na ye say hwe ne ye papa and the krata ye the Ghanaian Times can was so was nana ya sewa me fa the Ghanaian Times fa sorry krata ni nyina so ne fa de aka nyina fa to aso fa maye
okay hana ATP
nana ya sewa
was ye papa sense ma ba wan krata no pensem mu e de ama no am say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia den or solution e de
galamsey from economists aba the guitar
se say
obesolve bibia kasa de ama nti ye papa de agididi
ebusia really to see na ATP nka meja ama wako na asem bia mehunumi akasa memu no chese ewiase na ye wo na nkasa no ade cheni ade san bia na emu nsem we ne de ya to din se mystery death ankasa na nim se me de uko eye gomua nyanya no mami bia yesi e friend aba
okay
na mami newu a chese ebusua wo mo hwe na wo masiesie no na ndie wo mape baby ede na kwa akoto wo maye bibie wie de mami be kwa mami atinini mami tinini na ATP yesa so de ne kopie mu hospital a mami na se ewu
bia na wo mo last nkra
yebusia adichi bia eni emu ensema ATP mama na wasiye baba sensema ba won krata eni mu wa pense ni nyina mu eri amai ebusia hara ATP ena yete ne nka na enche kra eyade a communicators ni nyina no ebeba betena sineja de ekwaso o man Ghana no ya twetwe enkomo ede afa ho ye wa brantie bia jese wa Ashanti region na ye friend Mustafa na Mustafa abrantie wabomi fita duku en watoto ayapia jasebusua emu ode ankasa ede ama mpenifo na enso nim se wo Asante mante mu hanum se nku ade a ye rayo otumfo me boni dia no mabolo mu nim se wontumi nka na asem na wonfa wo hu enni sa keke nti abrantie ye friend Mustafa na kwa be fo ntafidie no so a infoni ne peyi jase video si twegumi akora matena fidie manum se dia sommo de bia metena ha me de futu mu den ene de ma youth no na so youth no mabomi fita duku bitu o mofo kura na busua wo muntie Mustafa last week Thursday ye ka so obi anhye demi wo be fa ni phone be ye video be di atem abusua na nya asem keto agese enso de se wan mo na chi ne bu no se wan mo na chi ne bu no report aba bonten se ayadi a Mustafa no we free mu no ene de ya mene mo ka se ne maame aba be kasa ne maame se ayadi agese abrante no wote ase wo wuye na mmom no abrante ne jese no ho ye ne kama jese sibrim no mu sibrim no abrante ne baby a woda sisi ano ato se twedi aponyankopon ko a ebe hu omomobo na jese odi abrante ne mfom so be che no obesan so ama ne second chance na wetumi elivi na abrante ne nabusuafo from reports yesi ayade agese wo free esuofia nti nabusuafo ekopie mu esuofia himfie enre ne wo mu kokoto ye en wo mu kopa choko sere na hema ne ahemfo wo honum se wo mse abrante no wakasa de etie ye rotumfo de na so wo sere eye na hema ye baba se wo mfa abrante bone emfa nche no na ne wo fa so ba be kasa na ne wo fa ba be kire se abrante na nkasa mu no wa adwemu yade ane na adwen jada nye adwuma sa adwen ne hyada nkra kesa eno na se wo mu anaje sa ba wo mu ana eba na je se so obi heavy said your penny ade nyina no mo kawie na ahema se masa wabua wombo wadwen yo onipa da seni bie no on ma se bi woboda ma obetam phone edi besi nanim ebeba be ye video aba be di peni bi atem na sanka yo no na ahema pa na nka ebusua sa brante Mustafa wodi kan che ne se mini ewuni a anka sabre nka na busua ato ne funa daka anka sabre wo mo hwes wo mo benya bebi wotafo na wo mesi abrante ne na ahema amfa ncha anka sabusua just fire rain just mu odi anka sa eno odi ama eye ebusuafo na meshe so obeka me ho ne yakọ na yakọ akotie ni nyina no abasisia
me offers Mustafa mental issue ema okoka asema nka emfata se wose okano eno na ma yeba ha yeba be pa achem e pa cho yeba ya no so nananom Agyapong almost saw us. I dream how many a long time. My friend said almost about 4.5 years. And when I am how no, I shall see free kakra, but where you grab an into Mana or Copas into Mana Yadiana bar, not just yet not be free. 2 mobia, ya call the same, you did not for baby, it is a baby, a father, Mustafa, no, ye far more. Ye cry, good so as a pretty kind year. Apache me pa, so Nana, then Nana Asantini, and now Medicaya Apanacho, no more Pagana, Manina Acho, na Sufa so Crui, the pa, penny for. Any or so actually. My office in I say, or I am Sabia. A patch of free dear, free.
It's just so fine. I am there's so funny inside, pray or you never put something in the bed to put it and pray. It's one about the performance that could be or who rattle. I am the tough for so many share. Walk over the village, and to let me away. And tell them that the Libya as you fly. Where I am at you. No one will be can. Some of our baby one. No one will ask you. It's a many bag and Kaipan. Mensa, any kind of one. The captures are standing in Watanaka. Yes, would ya. May come to them. Cassandra Watanaka. Why not over Catcher? Some from one for this over to Minister so far saw your Saba. Now, but that's why he put out 100 phone. Ya be person be kusa wo bushia phone. Wo dia wo fa ye no wo se aye na hu sa dia sa aye na hu sa ha yo rin careful. Hwe ma hwe video ni bia no fa bi vibe ni se no free ni a. O say o ha no off. O ha no ababo. O ko off no. We no bi ni na tabo, e woni masam no. O ko off we no bi ni na tabo sa santi hiri mu a. Na wo ni na tabo. Ada na wo yesa. Wa sa be ka so ko. Ya bwa titi ya wo ya de. Ye wi a nya pa baby. Ni e ya hye. Asasi wura wudi ye no asadi wudi na ye kura asadi fo kura na odi atankra nkanya ya na asasi wura wa wunya san kwatra ka akwam ko ofo wa kwatra ka akwam na obi ya de apa baby ne dia hyehyɛ na bidi wensu yesusu bia dia ma so fo obi bia na wonya na ha se wo di ubani a wa sa di ubani no ada na wo ko ofo fura sa wo sa ko ba suofu adi obi bia na obedi ni bone na wo beka se bi fura suofu adi sa ni ba ko de se me sa di kan so ni budi a asa me sa di kan so ni budi se dem so be ni wo kile cat sa suofu ano ya de be di bone no eye yeso ye ti di se ba because of sa dia ma wenti wo ya brantie wo ya baba awa pra na ye se enya no ya papa na watwe wo kwa dia adwuma na wo kwa dia ka se wo fura suofu a
ende na chese enrada ebra chese ebusuafo no ekopie mu ewe suofia himfie de ekwoso ewo honom no era sabre chese yakwa akotie ni nyina no aba no yuta chese ye wo man mu de bia meka me se trend na ye pe no ade ye pade kokko na ye pe na ebusua eya de ye behu ankasa chese ebusuafo ne traya se wo mo be ya ma obi ehunu se da bia brantie Mustafa no eya de chese na adwinje dan ye adwuma kakra wo ma no wa be wo ma no wa call off ba nipa da se ni bia no hono ma na se bodafo bia no hono ma ye beka se wakọ off nti no watam phone esirenim na ne wo bia nipa bebrebe wo man Ghana wunya wo bia ndi na tem se sebi eye rotumfo e na aba betwefo de esu enim aba bedi na tem sa asam ne nko ade untumi enka nkire obi aze nam se abrante na adwinye adwuma enu nturu obekeka kaka sansenwe de wo pe no e na ne nsa aka next time ne woto no na obenkwamu a me wogidie so obehwe na no kasa yie papa e na we hwo na nye futuo efe nkoma youth ni nyina enye Mustafa nkwa mo so ma sha ase abrante bi wotafo me hu se won so kekaba ba ko so ka so won so kaba na de monke kankwa ne se monke kanko na kakra fo mani so a momra na momeblemi obi de bia je se ngrofo ye ntino mo so mo ye ya na mani abede na mo so mo ye na mo keka de mo pani ade emfa so biara emfa mra ye hia se ye de obuo respect ye de be ma ye mpanifo no wan fa buo amfa respect am mpanifo de a wo fi se wo se de mutubi didi mampani atem vice president atem na obi eja usake ye sesa na obi atie ohun I was just saying, communicators, women yat and I see an aside, just say, about to chunk more, a day after a year or my Ghana home, Laurel, Ejenim Daddy, or your NDC Amanuel Kono communication team member, Sasso Enna, or Poku Kusi Kelvin, media diame Yada Pa, a boss shoe, and or your Tescon, KNUST communication officer, regional communication team member, show Edema, a year NPP, Amanuel Kono, Mema woman in Ano, Aquaba Shonko, Basha Mamunina Aquaba.
Yabaye Joseph.
Pacho bibi aboko die.
Na me adom na ozo.
Oba die na daroma. Me so me hu eye ankasa. Ma me sha se emfem free eye bosu nche eja wa ban wo position ene ma etese nu adamnya ntie se movete no ma sha se gidigidi ene ma ekosen.
My memphasa akunya we so encha the Asante regional organizer, the incoming regional secretary Dr. Francis Adumako Francois. Maybe obi a menchia no na membushi enko menchia South constituency. Na menchia the second vice chairman edit menchia South constituency, the incoming regional assistant secretary lawyer Bonsu Kinsley Twitwe baby a obi anu mame enchia no senior okani party ni wo position so ye boabo an senior NDC for ye 2028 ye boabo senior be ye bitimi ayem agi to me every omonsem na endra na me ya do ma ye vet ni na ye de ekọ ewiye so far so good the aspirant to be anya confidence so far obi a appear before the vetting committee no enim say ono so aye ne dia na me ya do ma they are waiting for the 31st January na me ya do ma ye kwa akoto abama etu ayin asian for ebe kire nipa kura only party na dem na going forward 2028 no party no akwaji to meet mini abase obusa ya so far so good there no.
Okay, you be the party communicator one side now.
Me dey send me dey bia meka say now there me nyan take side say going forward me take side there now ankasa there me nyan take side na did attempt ne banta ne doors for party it is will be a supporting a candidate that be make say we support your candidate and make sure say you are promoting your candidate but don't insult the other opponent and answer the other candidate in a party for after say elect a flag bearer we are going to present this person am a party for no there everybody who the run say the pass mesi atem na at the end of the day ni pass mesi na edidi na atem ni winia afina akọ clear there eno ma final ka che ni pakona na there be I was saying na ye sell a candidate out na me adma 2026 31st January it me elect a flag bearer ye kwa akoto and say ye be turn na me adma 2028 no so party no so etimi adi to me pa.
Okay, ebusia boss na yatere kasa so na Laurel nso e wa hanum seja wono so de na ban the power until maybe san seja na ban ba ye na niema etise Laurel wa ban ba niema tise
na me adum bibia ekoso mamu nsese o man na etim no bibia de na akwam ye hotoyen say adame betina o fidie so ka say ye beba power make na bebre me opponent say we yentime mba ni ade no evidence no kwai den e wa say o hwe adwuma president John Dramani Mahama Ebo Excellency and then the vice and the party form pinfo ni nyina ya hu say ya NDC 2028 yes abefa akonya no me de akonya we achia me constituency executives or more Asqua constituency and a Miami MC honorable Amu Kamel adwuma obo pa e wo Asqua no na enye easy hu say yes MC ye adwuma pa and Ashanti regional minister so mamu obadwuma gidigidi enti say nkofo bi dia ya antene kakra ye hu hwe no but you say the way our excellency any NDC party no ebo oman no 2028 befa yentuma iden efra na me chairman na fo nyina omo Ashanti region any wiase fa nyina.
Okay, ebusia Laurel so no ye right topic for discussion. Mesha said you feel Laurel hold on. Your first topic for discussion and na adodan kwa Ekufuado jobs John Dramani Mahama over poor performance. What's your take on that?
No, I want say you kind of cremo fidie kese we I am a pesuba pa. On say like say you who insult you who to say the echo other TV ni radio station so as a communicator and I say ubia we am myself no no crane ye kan kire omamwo omani mu enye ntro bi na ye be de ye betena ba betwa ye so beka say na TV station de okotena ntro nkwa no moka ye bi ye betena ha ye de ni die ema obibia wo asasi so ya kola so ye panyini se na be ya de bi ombeko so ye de ahwehwe no de ye papa akan a former president baby obi amechia no enye no kreda she Excellency John Dramani Mahama or can say about office in the first 120 days and no more be ninya ne boshe no eden odi so me betena akan say free tertiary mo video na mombo me wo me phones metimi abo achew e be free president ayin free she nurses allowances are wide wo be restore ni nyina o si ade a oyo Excellency John Dramani Mahama baby o bi amechia o yen hwe NPP government nipa yade a osai Nanado the first 4 years, but some of you so can say, and another boy Juma. But the following 4 years, no. Uncle ye, then they will mind me who ye. And you see, I criticize the government now also. No. You say President John Dramani Mahama, a Juma, especially if you good board. Honorable Samijan Fibia will be a Michao, Yami Shaw. Should the world will see I day as a son of mine. But because a Samijan good board, but about 2 MPP for I'm a moon. Or fetches come on mine. She a Chinese for our mutu gold illegal. Somewhere UTV gold board and no tax forces no directors of operation of free asqua. Honorable Ade Napoleon baby will be a Michao any Juma obo ewo gold board. Omo fetch on money sika. Sika no magia flab friends omo ngodi o yenye chendi. Honorable Sami Jamfi say or the basis hospitals in school ama o mine or do mine no. Yenye 1 year Shajuma obo. Ye read the youth president. Honorable Malik Basintale. And an assistant Suraj on also free as constituency. Shanyuma Mudiama youth no. Shawai and Juma Omudama youth no moye. Police, ambulance, fire services. Ama and the youth no. Omo secondary school no. Ni oma no mtitifi no. And no manya Juma ye. Oba as constituency ya. 1 year director. Joseph Amuni Miami boss. Ejuma obono nana enye se metia na me dwama nu na se meka asem ni bia atra uti kroma umuni mde ekoso eti excellency former president me mani jira ba bia nka se President John Dramani Mahama abetna akonya iso enyoma nkoso yehwe inflation from August saying 12.5% to bet me research no ahwe as of July 11.5 August as of July 12.1 if I'm not mistaken. Stabilization of the CD and gold and what cocoa here. Now gold board on Kwande, Memo Bia Fanasam Crown call mine president in Yashi. Gold board, up on my wing. Samita Fiambi. Shesiko more fetch more mino. And then Mikato say, look at share inflation. No, say inflation now might be adding August. It's 11.5%. July. Yes, and 12.1. To say them because I'm mistaken. No, it is keeping on what going down, declining. And let me say on mine muye de emuye. Now say on here sikasem. In a gold board na boy globally. So what you say? It's your why and cano creno. Said nipani ayadia ni abona baso. To say majuma pa muye yes ye baso. Ye ko nyane to ayampiani and cancer. That means say kata no creno so. It's me there. The Excellency Nanado Dankwa, former president, can say President John Dramani Mahama, Excellency, your Takunya, so on national, many naging. Midnipa Munupe, and a better talk, Midnipa Munupa, Dakan quite a member can want them. Hey, Honorable Samijan Fee, and Honorable Malik Basintali, and no more yano. I'm a youth to know, and what home.
So you feel say, you won't do more than Ghana inflation about.
And I catch the gold board on Kwan, make us the gold board on Kwan and FM or mine. And my inflation, and I'm catch say, where are the this kind of thing, the standard? And I'm catch say it is about the city depreciation, the gold and the cocoa. Gold board na a buying a bois ama or mine. Nancy answer a mine be so penny be by Kumasi. Eba beji a drink, every Samijan fuel. About how so be it be see to turn in your my own ni chrome. I don't want call a mindful for so because of who say dipani yajuma mema munya hate and mad this current government mummy and kano kreno no kreno ye nanado by 2024 ye the first time ya bona baso second anko ye no as ye can say anko ye
okay
now president abano ye juma we do more criticize earlier criticizing and ye ade be there be boa
okay.
Okay.
Bossu, Mammy Tia won't so would take our and some another than Kugufuado Kayane.
The Biana Mikasel. A Mimuna Yibuno, and yet
body a to ne you enkati you na wa be ka tem say denti de bia wo bedi Ira President John Dramani Mahama nipa bia na owo position na obo Ira na Nadu Dankwa Akufo-Addo no boneti pa ade ba ko de boneti galamsey na ewa time of COVID by ensema Ira John Dramani Mahama ebeka che na Nadu Dankwa Akufo-Addo no na asefim se no odwen se amemu na yebu no ka otinema na de ekọ na no nim se oba be faces up challenges we minu abema ka say wakase pi ana wayi na wayi time NPP ba power 2016 wayi boss Ira Justin Fimpokudua oko getting the fact figures ni pasai na wayi boss lawyer Justin Fimpokudua recruit wayi oye de na Malik Basentali recruit nipa bebre no recruitment is good. Oye recruitment, he's recruiting people into the youth employment agency. He's doing a good work. But here lies the case. The predecessor and as the successor for no, I the asset pay someone. Look at the likes of lawyer Justin Fimpokudua DFK. Nipa DFK ebe recruit to Ofri wano ana ya Ira Kofi ba Agyapong so ye de ebe recruit to Enti seka Kofi ba Agyapong kono anaka nye policy bia na say wan fa no ma bia engu akwema nka Ira Malik Basentali bai ko be finding even difficult to recruit people but here lies the case on pese de aseda no ebema Ira Kofi ba Agyapong oni o mapa awoye o wayi okay okasa SMP stabilization of the CD this and this esi auto fu o say eno no mutu fu mu ye ko busane se 2013 and say 2023 and say 2024 ye jafu o say ne mom okay the rate and as a price of food na say na 12.33 and na oko go na akoto fu a 13.55 oko na we say John Dramani Mahama ya ade no o ye nuoma yu busane se now no e de na che say Ira John Dramani Mahama ya ade fu o na no ka no ese uko go na akotofu a omatofu prices mu but se uka chem ze aban ne ye ade a so o ya ade at the moment no enioma bi wa na say enioma be de eso betete but here lies the case afu na mode bo Ira na Nadu Dankwa Akufo-Addo echi say oba bia na de bia ye tufu no busan wo say ese fu na so ate na say omatufu
yeah, petrol air 13.38 per liter and diesel air 14.20 per liter. So
here lies the case that the mirror you can there and through no good board that or yeah na good board this care by but let me state this categorically. Good board asema okay. Adia omode champion galamsey. Ye wa ana John Dramani Mahama can opposition say galamsey ya there de eku oman. Now the president should do what? Should declare a state of emergency. But now, what is the president saying? Amo champion galamsey say yen fa gold board them brother say yen champion gold board say nebe ya galamsey for no betimi ade ediska be de ebeba. Amo nyo madwen say omo ye de omo ti anaso most of galamsey no so. We so ya de ye de yen fa mbumai ebo oman no form. Okay. Etiera John Dramani Mahama nsem na o kana asema Ira na Nadu Dankwa Akufo-Addo kana de mene no de eya adwene papa se o ka kire se oba ye nche ya Ira na Nadu Dankwa Akufo-Addo bai o te the flowers of Nadu Dankwa Akufo-Addo ana within this I think say 9 months John Dramani Mahama ka se oba ye nche busane se ye beje Abenjo no 2016 2015 omokono how many liters of fuel on the jai say yemfanye ECG adwuma but ye buy no within 2016 o better say NPP for a complaining ana Debbie we never complained. A leader is someone who does not complain but rather will solve problem. But here lies the case. John Dramani Mahama buy within 9 months this man is complaining. If he knows he can't do the job, he should resign. Simple.
Okay, ebusia chese ene studio ha de enye asem keto akra bosu say ye man peni hwe na se adwuma no wontumi enya on resigning and on for adwuma no to na complain ade no eye adoso and in fact ye na ebedi one dance in fact we okre kasa no we ka say 2016 to 2020 his excellency na nado dan ko ogufaro no obo no homode yankasa the downfall no happen right after say year 2020 about we no no mo be ka che Ghana for say Russia Ukraine war and also COVID-19 and I just am on my Ghana mu ayede but me am it here there I know very well say excellency John Dramani Mahama gradually he's definitely going to pick up. Let's just give him the benefit of the doubt. But when it comes to Galam say once and some day one dance say medikaya fire who ye papa because when they were in opposition they were behaving as if they had the solution to whatever problem Ghana for ye woman we now woman power no enu kwa so woman Ghana for ye kasa eyetente sa solution and wo mu provide edi ama NPP amanyoko no sisi an edru wo mu ankasa wo mu so nti sa solution no wo mu ma enye ejua ebuso ebe right next topic for discussion Bawumia was not finance minister. It's unfair to blame him for Ghana's economic woes that is coming from Edu Chum lawyer Misha as if you want
nana me pacho deminia be my kai pacho me refer na libi wasin afa fuel prices 18 December 2024 it was what 15 cedis 30 pesos and super air 14 cedis 55 pesos checking CC ahwe on say ade bi wa entina bronia ya ade bi say research we just research and yes entina make us mo fidi kesi we mentina so entwantro ti say the me brai ka say fuwe say no mujaye wa search e de member wo that means say the NDC are doing better than the MPP ono akuta telephone on fa search nhwe me make us ma me pese me kan okre no say ne be ya so no bi ehwe wo bi hu say ade na anipa na ote onka no on twantro na ototo ayampia na so didi panyini bia ide atem anya biom so me say bad ba god board no mo kan time no mo pese o tan samijemfi ono abo sika wa feche ede ma o man no etime chichi Chinese for etime I press conference say or the sika no ede ma buy mo dey see hospital ni school na nipa ya ade we enye na abasobode na de be ma nipa no rather than say mo de galam say be fole no esa bibi for ye jai sade no samija mfie dwuma no oye wo man nim no ye ka no kure eboa sika no wanje ene ne nkofo ankoche anade wa say wanje sika na mfa nkɔhye kuntunu ase ɔde ba public ni tuo nyina se sika se na maje free wo na me de bo man no eti sem no mo de galam se beba be frefra samija mfie gold board no wa wo ma oman assistant gold board na bo man no me patcho munya san sem no kan me ba to that question na wo kan so your Kromana, His Excellency, former president, they be a mere respect, no. Me depend be atem that. No matter what, because we are humans.
Okay.
I just have some way to say, Honorable Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, former vice president, or economist, or better 2 years, sick as 7 now my remu. I mean, I can say, hey, and you say, yeah, that you need any out in our 20 echa. Now, Mr. Economist, show the way I Ghana, Mamoni Sikoye. It is a honorable Dr. Yadichum say ya many na adwen. One economist also mabeji mamu so akosua de ani se me bro bet me dane o man no video no me wo how me an me bet me aba mamu nyamati. Hwe de Ghana kokodru ye. Emma then finance minister honorable Ken Oforiatta. Ebe ye sika se basa ama NPP for na kasa monsisa no o man the year 2020 Emma even the MPs of the MPP sorry tia Emma dem ensema metie no e wan chen say no cry ya ye no MPP for no omo so nko shaka bra ni omo ka che yera president omo ka che say den time o pesika campaign ni nwa na ko fande no mu say statement ni o so nipa no kan ne boa me boa.
Okay.
It's want me in the free finance side. It's a community MPP for Futuna. I can to not come like that.
Okay.
I'm my economy messed up. I'm a watch the back room. I say, you want train. Says I know one's obisu. ya kan ko na mumien kan ko no say politics ne better na ye kan no enchima amanfo tie yen say the next time no mo so ti ba bia omo say this is how it is going na minua be mai ese kan asem say JFK and a youth employment ni a whole lot of staff ni ade den e de beto kamo ye ni ya kamo nim tie God kamo nim tie kamo ka say and you ma ye de bi ya mu ko position okay ya de be kai me de bia me kai papa ya wa ya ma me ne dosun che boni na wa ye na enunu momu no me for papa ya na wa ye more than boni keto na ade aye me no but look at how massively people went and voted for the NDC party. But what you say? It's the Sami Janfi and God but name Malik Basintale mu ye wo kroma no. Many people like it. Omo yenye yimu NDC for yenye yimu. Eti economy semne sansen semno is right. Bawumia kaso ba be jo mine sika semno atutu ni nyina yi. Okay.
And we're failing.
We are failing totality.
So to you, Erichu many was work as an number Bawumia so na ma my Ghana. Abofum Quran Ghana abofum. So between Bawumia and the then finance minister Ken Oforiatta, who should we blame for the hardship in the country?
Mami kasem mitro. Sebia menu mienu nyina your business and your baby ba kwa. Yasiti ko nkonye den agina. Bawumia so economist, finance minister so onim dia. They were supposed to come together and know how to manage it. Said the minimum you share no was share. Okay. You never find say ade ye pejesi suwe. Ye so mu say ye betim ye sisro. Mema ade ane be say we na we ka say nka me ye ni say ya na say nka me ye ni say. What did they make na say? Okay. We have given you a mandate for 8 years. You couldn't do anything. So what must we do? You have to go to opposition. That's the best thing. So memo mu opposition, memo mu ki kan sembi ni ade. Abano ti say dem be kan no. Me mo video so ya to awie. Say say ni edi o man so ye bu ni ye. Mo ha wo ni sen. Okay.
Boss, Mami Tia will take on that.
Miniaba, na memu na yebu no enye dede na ye na yebu awie na ye dab. Asemi mama nkasa asemi nche minu abema na me mane na so nte se ye ka bi time a Akufo-Addo ebedi president ye ka bi o 2020 2021 ye ka bi o na bibi be sinsin wie ma Ghana fo bufu ye ama Ghana anye dem entimi amfa ne ntoma panfra ama Ghana fo so yense science anu hwe amose se omonsa no so omanu omo ho eja enye obi ne kumantwi bosi akuna di ne ede edi ko ji achema nti so musu a esi ofa dwuma onuma sama da bi obi eka omose ebenya ka aba no da bi aka to no 4 months na de John Dramani ma eye die omenya ne koma ede omatunu nso omo na kotoma no ebre na anasa ho che no de Ghana fo kom no yenyina ye de ye ndio se omoka se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wasn't the finance minister automatically they are true not on your finance minister.
But he was the head of the economic development.
Yeah, well, finance minister and head of the economic team management. Yes, let me say this. But here lies the case. Now, where is our vice president? Yeah, Mami Nana. Now, Owe. Wada. But then, where was Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia? He was visible everywhere working. Okay. So, say omo ka kire say CD to dollar stability no is working now. Aren't they giving the blame to Autoforcing? And I say aren't they praising Autoforcing? Omo about Autoforcing about to say ono na ma dollar to CD rate na high stable. Yeah. I know omo fa praising na come finance a vice president.
So Ghana constitution, the vice is not the one.
But yeah, like I get you.
He was the economic measure. That is what the
listen. I'm not saying he wasn't the economic measure. Okay. But here lies the case. Time and dollar we increasing. What they say will be about finance minister. No. Now you need about Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia because he was the head of economic committee. But here lies the case. Now NDC. Yeah, Mami Jenana. I am the head of the economic committee. No. The vice president is the head of the economic committee. No. Yes. No. Listen. The vice president is the head of the economic. Yes. The vice president is the head of the economic committee. Okay. Yes. the vice president is the head of the economic committee. It is said economic committee no, and as economics no, it any sika na any finance na the equality. So here lies the case. The CD to dollar depreciation now on the board Dr. Bawumia. They are giving that praise to this finance minister. Case in out of force. Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia was in there finance minister.
Okay.
Minya base who sika now we are sika no o de beyede. On fanza we are.
Yeah.
2016 to 2020. Koshe Ghana's inflation and Koshe Ghana GDP growth. From 2016, yes, check in Rebecca. From 2016 to 2020. Koshe Ghana GDP. Timer na bibia NC. 2016 to 2020 time na bibia MSNC we ma Ghana for no. Yen say oh COVID-19 about Russia Ukraine war abano. Koshe Ghana GDP. It kept on rising every 6 months, every year. The gross domestic product was increasing. But here lies the case, 2021 to 2024. From 2021 and COVID-19 by and Ghana GDP growth it kept on declining.
Yeah.
So these blame games now time of blame years. Oh, though Obia one the next and I say, do you have our government, and your man yes, yeah, you two send your man there. But we can't solely blame one person say, oh no, I am far a union there and command tapi. And I ain't means I'm far about somebody and command nipa back. The blame game is a collective game. The praises is also a collective game. In Tienina, said Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia was in the economic and as I was in the finance minister. So this crisis in the intimate blame I side with that person.
Okay.
Because him say the then finance minister. Keno Furiata na finance minister.
Yeah.
And that time and your man NPP phone. Yes. Say on your reshuffle. Yes. And Otie your reshuffle, but now too late. Yeah. Simple.
We can also promoting.
One promoting baby or share.
Baby,
Yama the bread says finance minister. Now here pekena ye be you free one of nafi. Ye graduate to say go and become the special advisor. Oh come on.
Special advisor. Me kaka crowd me catch me say. You guys see blame Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia because obi the 10 men I say 11 full sets you be red card to say bia ya wa say ya me nsen wa nya bia mumienu ye pijadi we na bia muntimi me committee me strength I dey apija eti minia ka say Professor Jenana vice president owen as asema minia ebisa me owen you but na Bawumia visible all the time. The visibleness no the omani kosi and the kosi ye.
Okay.
Ya tam sika dia kosi cathedral. Ya go to two pits and a whole lot of stuff. Professor Jenana any visible now no. Ya go to two pits be. E dis kabia ko ebibi. Gold board my emfaso. Me ken no kre no. Or say by GDP. Let or say me research no ma country no. Here who up to now from I think last year 2016 to 2020. Now, yeah, GDP. I think.
You think state that?
And I'm stating it here.
Yes, state it here.
From 167.3 billion in 2016 and 238.3 billion in 2020. Now let's come to the current one here. That's 2025. 2025 here, 88.33 billion US dollars. Now let's compare these two governments. Then the NDC government is far better than the NPP. On Zukuta phone on search my search CCA. It may be better than me casma. Me person me can okranma the old sin say. The brand can all can cray. But and yet trouble me there. Me barbecha. To say the Bianca said, Ye not done quite ye no. Ye born number so ye na ye can ye. The uncle and we said it. It's if you deal where metis one make say the John Dramani Muhammad no. Almost who can dance or mobile attack.
Okay.
Mama is doing everything for the country Ghana. Paying you can say first years, almost school fees free. Oba man so na before we start and you know can say tertiary be free no. Because say me catch obi say she obeye oyeye. O tua nursing training allowances mumia kan ko me pa chobo video na mo fanto so. Ye who say the papa ne bo share or share ni ministers cut off point no. Why ni nyina? So what must the man do again? Say the party the man no. Second one me na illegal betting tax. Boys netting so I'm sorry. What can you now yeah? So what must he do again? NPP from Besom Bejino Krenatum.
Okay.
Minuaba, mame, inina na yede fatten figures ne kasa na minuaba me ya o kasa ana ni se buga ni yeka. Tema mame nche 2014. Me figures in wow 2014 GDP growth of Ghana. Me dey go 2014 so saba. 2014 was 54.78 billion US dollars. 2015 it decreased about say 49.41 billion. 2016 it was 56.16 billion. 2017 see here lies the case NPP by power from 1st January 2017. The GDP growth increased from 56.16 billion to say 60.41 billion US dollars. 2018 increased by say 67.30 billion US dollars. So here lies the case. You can see it clearly said every year the GDP growth, it was what? Rising. It was increasing every year. But here lies the case. And I was a time of COVID-19 by and the GDP growth of Ghana kept on declining. Okay. We accept that fact because Sawanga who is ska now oyarea who is first nation oyarea who is nation oyarea million be make say ana nursing training this I'm free abai mu 2016 no mu teacher nursing training allowance so mo kan kire me
there be no muntu ya
aya na dey do I'm free abai mu 2016 were they paying teacher training allowance no they weren't paying
what do you mean here
yeah
mamika na mamika
free SHS na niwo but here lies the case what beto say abai bi ebetua ade a wutem o time the then former education minister okache say teacher from music and water chalk but here lies the case NPP buy ye chalk same floor e provide marker boards emomo yeah esa provide omo marker ya nka ntrom say omo from music and water marker you cancel this teacher training allowance emma the then former education minister kache say ohun die ntia e was teacher for school emma yese tu omoka ohun die ntia but ube chem emma na nado da kwakufu ado e de bae etua nursing foka etua teachers foka the allowance kept on coming day in day out but waba ebe tua o se yefa praises in mouth ade a wutwam a ye ba ya me ba cho o se yefa praises
na me ka sem bi was
na ye no one say na
me ni otie once a mission for the first time me show bia me pronounce we are humans, we are not enemies. Omo de napko bae na napko no ho kra ni adada na mafo hu sem people nka no kwese bi mafo ankofo so be permanent mu wi amasa be dada omo wie omo sum wie no be permanent mo se mo akotena fie hwe na hwe obi a Sabina na do dan kwa Akufo-Addo former president wo do vision aba wo ne Bawumia na Bawumia company ama manfo ensa koma no kakrakra moso me permanent bu ya masa mo makotena fie na hwade wo yo it is it the right thing mobile beto a ye beto aba no omo so bia nkofa ne time sheet mbra nkofo bia minimum feel ni betu amoka hwe on sata on de odi nipa ebi bebre wi ebi just omo come create sebi nyame for mo kransi and won kire ne brand people for man kofo we come no e bia hwo ka e ti come be chese kana e be de bi nsa kom musika e ya pobo no bobu omo.
Okay, Brennan Tienra, next topic for discussion.
Meba NAPCO na no come. Because say e fa na NPP for eko gina e ka say NAPCO is a permanent job.
They said, listen, they are going to make them permanent. No contract will be that.
NAPCO is a temporary job.
Hey, no, don't say that. No, don't say that about that category. No, do you know something? We are going to make them permanent.
Permanent. What are you talking about?
You're not buying but make you more permanent. And
no. It came 2018. I think 2018. 2018. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you. 2018, 2019, 2020. Yeah, go to Abano. I your contract. I was part of. Me, I'm a contract. Nago. Me, what
contract does it mean? Say you are giving me a permanent job. It was a temporary.
Senior, you are not part of it. No,
it was.
They are going to give them permanent. Permanent. We set up Konibia
for release the Brian the buyer.
Yeah, on some kind of credit.
Bring the release.
Yeah, on some kind of credit.
Bring the release and the buyer.
Yamu training. Marie, when you have from my day, Ajumano. 2021 about one. Yeah, catch say, oh, Yababan permanent. Moko to Abano. And a month for you. I got to 2020 about no 16 2020 no and I'm got to my NPP more 4 years because they knew that they are going to make them what permanent. Almost every day they told them almost permanent. See them show up. Almost said that almost arrears no more for my now. They don't come Oman no muye bi no
talking about
mu bi line into oman bo bi ni beka no na che
give me the release e dey buy say they are saying that post
oman say mo ko into post abesin there am for the ko bi fraka by say
okay, so what he's saying was from Sami Jemfi. He was the one that said this statement on the 14th of October 2020 say NPP Amanyoko no decided so on be NAPCO recruitment in public sector as permanent workers.
Look at this. One time. Who said it?
From
that communication.
No, just say that.
Because of propaganda. Everyone knows Sami Jemfi is always champion propaganda. But now, they say,
Bawumia
say it is a temporary.
What did the American say? No, don't say that. Yeah? What are you
talking about? You don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not for my day. You to Pajumaya was my Juma and Matam Coffee. No, never come and come back. Don't say what you are telling me.
Why? Not a woman.
It's not under 1 year. No, it's not under 1 year.
Who catch him say you to
it's not under 1 year.
Tell me under 1 year.
Not under 1 year. No, don't change it to.
Tell me under 1 year buy. No, tell me under 1 year buy. Who bought that? Who bought this 1 year?
What's your school fees?
NPP at the buy.
NPP at the buy.
1 year buy. It's 1 year. No,
Who
1 year. But here lies the case. Day in, day out, the unemployment rate was in Ghana.
Look at this.
The temporary job. This is
how can you open a business? No one can say
it was said from a party people.
Okay, so NAPCO was
a temporary job.
You did no. Don't say that. No, let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you what. What's the 1 year? They're permanent job.
Now 1 year they're permanent.
Look at this one.
The
way he's saying it.
What are you talking about?
Contract. They renewed contract. First of 2 years. There's a renewed contract. This will be a 1 year. It's not about that. Don't say that.
Signing on this contract. But I am temporary. There is no contract for you.
So what's the mechanism?
If it is permanent, that is when you are going to sign a contract.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you are not signing the contract, it's a temporary.
What did they tell them?
Were you part of the NAPCO training?
I was a victim.
You are a victim.
I'll bring my documents over here and the whole of things.
There is no document here.
What you are talking? On say,
I am stating what the
I have the documents there. When they said they are going to do what we will need now, then now was called municipal assembly.
Okay.
I mean,
and
no. We are not it's a temporary thing. Make us all wrong. It's a temporary thing. Yaga say a permanent da. Yaga say a permanent da. Yaga say how would you know?
People think
no
communication that failed because
because they wanted votes. So they told them the people are not wise again. No, listen. That was when they said we are going to make you permanent. We are going to vote for the 2020. So what you must do is want to my muscle nearby. So the 2020 they won the election. Yeah, but cause election winner. Oh no, so oh yeah, the Mokamosa go for when man Ghana phone says Samuel Dada for. How can say me and why am first one? What's the second one? On some money day. So the NPP government failed totally. When you look at the margin, a bit see that. Now say only say money na air patch. Watch the video no. Now it is YouTube. Bawumia patcho. Yeah, quite street omu interview omu. Say Dr. Bawumia former president be patcho say. Yeah, patcho. Omu see ya cast no man dey. Omu see omu ya Ghana basa. John Domani ma bu amamoni ye. Anwaya. Mini dey anwaya.
Time you 2 NDC frabem 8 years. Time omu elect omu fragbera John Domani mama. Okwa probo the whole 275 constituencies for Ghana. No so partial. A memoir you ubet my mistakes.
Of course.
We a mistake. Now you're too abanitia. You come home. You just correct your mistakes. Enti said Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia partial aboni biani. John Dramani Mahama be 8 solid years. Or partial sir. Am I in some no? John Dramani Mahama kind. But here lies the case. Now the boy is in his own court. Omumania excuses Anna John Dramani.
Hey, the other mama ya ko dream.
I am waiting for our next topic for discussion. I'm waiting
topic for discussion. Demonstration that was held by the NPP. They almost say NDC Amanyokono abuse of power. Just say Manisha say free
yeah, and some kosi say wow in politics. Obian treat once you be so no bio. One will say NDC ni penini bi wo kroma ana even presidents akwotu to asi obisu say ye be runwa ye be your man say e bin see da fine mo ya mo demonstration ekofrewa mama na akoka asemagunu say e invite we kofi apalo invite no mama na say NDC ni bi da koka je ko invite na juma na oye ya ba onase mini ya mission first time yetia fine ye din komo the first year be din komo air about your best change you know your brothers program yeah fine and one ye twem ye ko ya be na fofo ya invite obia ye run obi me pese ma fidie de we sitie no obi ko tena omo mpanyifo ni bi ko tena TV station bi di IGP atam mi modin o IGP atam ni sembebre but ye metena mimi di panyina pipidi panyidi bi atam da if you know your chairman of ward na me nya bi da no. Because in a way, no, we call it manners. Yes, you have to paying for no. So the fact say, some minimum heat agreement bay. Meet me the million atom. You also be an idiot, but you are talking like that. Say a shit or mom did it Ekika Sansam and Kolabi bar or before some role model. Now, Sally Panati TV, so tip and you be at now. Yes, I didn't. It's very wrong. Okay. You have a foul. You have a found president before be said. Obiam fro obia. Ye na obia, baby am running to na say dey. Ye to even the sitting president John Dramani Mahama oka say ne MPs obia enfon account obia ne declare asset. If you go victim or go astray to the rules, on better on phone. They did it. What did the maker say? I don't know, say any message line, me MPs film. Mama can now for me. Debbie, where do I then? I do. It's in many do and this young will now be. Say, I say, and a banker walk to a binsa and a president catch will be say. Kofi Palu, a friend, no, president in the movie. Only Moshe. The idea is no, echo boss no, and our friend, and no, we say, Boamina day, Yan One who can be a woman in Yanjimu. It's only your may say, yes, so when and the emphasis can be to be a common. And this nip and Libya, Cochito Cocumbia, and as a Bizanti, your Mocano, or Munas and Papa Binka, no Munda and Seminas and Fab Kwame, and Rona Binoca, yesterday will be a to a Susan. Okay, boss, my mentor wants to take on Moonshore every round.
Eddie, they be because of Muna de Insuru. Your man do Facebook, a fellow Obama Pukiasi. Yeah. And this is for a conifie. Pa ekubupune pono etekino. Yeah. Ediana say Obama Pukia say aye.
Okotro and some more Facebook.
So we don't criticize government.
How many evidence?
Criticize.
Anyone can do it.
Here lies the case, sir.
Anyone can do it.
Nana do Kufuado, a president. We saw all the criticism.
Anyone can do it. And you know.
It just say I'm a everyone can criticize me, I will take it. But here lies the case. These people, no one person will be able to criticize you more. So Obama Pokuasi can criticize you more. I'm not going to feel I could be punani at Tekino.
I don't know who's NPP, NDC.
And then this is our government. Now baby, what are you talking about?
Meet me at Alibi. I'm going to go and grab a job. I'm going to go and I'm going to go political party comedy.
Yeah, party comedy. Obi na betro bibi o ne life ase. More inviting do yes oko.
When are you inviting? Why mama na inviting? And the Ghana police service now,
Commander-in-Chief.
Ghana police service.
Who is the Commander-in-Chief?
You see, one can say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. It will see
on Penocreka.
See, you can one Penocreka.
Who is the government?
Wait,
no. Who is the government now?
Let me ask a question. Yet, and I welcome said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Ono ena ye penny anu o Ghana sika sem so ntino economy ni failure no we are supposed to blame him eno na boss na ka say John Dramani Mahama so commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces there and then now ono so no bibi biara ekobia we have to blame John Dramani Mahama. No, if you blame Bawumia even though he wasn't the finance minister, why don't you allow him also blame John Dramani Mahama?
Okay, Mami Kasim show. That time, year 2 election, no, I think 2020, now I'm off who teaching man. One in it is one near government. Then another no so. Nanadu got you to go see Okukumbiana. Listen, Debbie, and make a say, listen, who can say some Nanadu no coaching, say about court near the Neko quarter. Nanadu to Mobia. Okay. What I say, air talk no be near the air. Let's talk so cannot. No, make what the John Dramani Mahama. Who is the president? I don't know me be a fatwa. So because you two obino. Eh, kasa no biaka. But you go court me ejuma. Enye
who appointed the IGP?
Neti I don't make catch say
who appointed the IGP?
Any violence necessary no. Then violence necessary no. Se me dey kasa me met na fide we so kasa. Enye na na su ko. Okay. Make kasa. E ju so make kasa.
Money making.
Mami o kasa me ma it me fa there sami je fi antina wo communicate say NPP state ade kasa.
Sami je fi ka hio.
Na o kan kra tiwa.
Asem na sami je fi aka.
But mami kasa mo chiro say. Ye nsura nwuna.
Okay.
Be ka chiro say ye nsura nwuna. Otiwa na ya be fawo. Chama untumi. Uyoko for invite chama untumi ne wo ni fie na wo. Me refi bia wo ni fie no. Ai wo Kumasi no. Ko fo military for as police for surrounding ni fie. Amu bu ni punani. If you want to do any investigation, just write to that person. Invite him. He will come. But you can't take the law.
But evidence.
And go and break into his door.
Who evidence?
Oh, where they say yeah about.
No evidence. Evidence. Any of the
oh, if the previous government and Kofobi are there and just write to them and invite them.
Just like you invited Abronya this your buyer.
But who invite you be making sure say invite that person in a good way and I say in a lawful way. Men kwane punani ko bubu keep teta. El fam ko invited say osuro bibi. Ye osuro now. Abani this we are going to tell them point blank.
Okay.
She said, "Me
say abani power. So we are going to use all the state machineries to fight against us. You have the moral right to do it.
One say, I'm not watching TV to God. Oh, me God cutting say,
we are telling you, sir. We are telling you, sir. If power changes, the food you serve, they are going to serve you the same food.
Oh, come on.
You can't eat.
And this ni penny bia ko to me fie ko bu ni penny. And this is the
police service.
Nigga police listen Ghana. The people bia say before the why? Say Sami Jafia
figures are they should just interfere to your
Sami Jafia make us Sami Jafia.
Let me say this categorically to you. Say the NDC for you oh, the money say Obama hypocrisy.
Why not say obidi NDC near na?
I wouldn't say Abronya Institute categorically say IGP friend no say who invited Abronya. Why is that you have to take his phone? Did you state why you invited him? No. But or telling to your inviting, you took his phone. Luckily, say one phone.
Why some no kaka IGP asem?
Now
you inviting.
Tell we have some people that are moody.
One in
Dampare, you see this state machinery, fight against them. No,
let me tell you something.
NDC is using
the word discipline. The word discipline.
We are not.
So
politics. I'll say
NDC Marry more opposition, more bleeding.
Next topic. We are going to keep the government on his toes.
Government in the moment.
We are going to keep him
on his toes. What's me and your shit?
Next topic. Galam say one sense me mobia 2 minutes pay. Na obia enfa enka ho ense mesha say the free one. Is your government doing a good fight when it comes to Galam?
My can't much say. Honorable Sami Jemfi baby will be a meeting son masori. Or the gold board about my way.
I'm about Galamsey.
And Americano aso Jessica Chichidia or the aso sa and your manasi. NPP Primaries. Debbie make us say the war no see boy on mine no. And when you golden sense in the right way watch show what person who dealing God those come before the right channel or the BB about bunting.
Okay.
Then BB for no or my almost say Ombese John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. Edim go ase no. Ebe kwa momo ha o.
Okay.
Omo na shem ana mu tutu sagalam se me ewo ho. Omo na yom so person making government no unpopular. But NC
it's any mu say MP before the shen room amon ko che wo mo.
Mami ka se mi jo.
Ade na mon ko che mo answer no.
The president no wo promoting was sagalam se o. The moment o me kwa na MP before as money people from Mozambique. O me tell you money na MP before as money people from Mozambique. Omo timi make government one popular da. Eni na make us asem.
Oh dey asem pa.
Omo timi TV so why two galam say sa ko eyi go.
Na nim say akonta man illegal. Ana wuni.
MP before the church. MP before the church.
Galam say say mo woni say MP before the church amon ko che wo mo.
Ya che mo kwa no ma sa sumo mo.
Ba so 2 minutes me bre na nya e be 2 minutes.
Omo national women's organize your friend say. Bozu. National women's organize your friend. Enya Alabisi.
Minim my dinner order.
Alabisi be ka kire ye.
Excavators na ye.
Ayira. say excavators not done confirm on one tabaya.
Man go to here. And we go to here.
Excavators with
NPP for. And go to here. Excavators no.
Say Hannah. Maybe man send video na mahana. Uncle Pe just recently 2024. Vivapra. Uncobra.
Oh, me show wa
ha. Uncle Pe video.
What me let you?
Uncle Carrot video maye. Ni na ye basa ese enso kra Ghana for Benyanom kra no.
People we no me behind of all this.
Go river.
What do you mean government non popular?
You are not John Dramani Mahama stated categorically to Akufo-Addo say he should declare a state of emergency on this Galamsey. But here lies the case say John Dramani
I will put my presidency on. Make the presidency better so now we can go Kasasam no. What the presidency ever to so?
John Dramani Mahama so for the
I am the Galamsey. I am go see
here. The Galamsey.
I will be you sir. MPP for me believe. We never be
Madam Nina Asiye papa me pacha mo join here from start time be sabre ya Madam Nina Asiye papa mo de comment ni ade ba ye nyina no Nyankopon enhira mu nyina ye papa Nyankopon sham se dan de nyina no moje bre na mo hwe eye shoulder jumede me bre na so bosu seconds chia.
Okay. Say you go here, mama, and the incoming national youth organizer.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Ateki Yakubu. Yakubu, yes, Commander. The incoming national youth organizer, Mr. Ateki Yakubu. Baby will be a mamenchano.
Okay.
He say baby you do a penny pa or bet me re-energize the base. Now my simple. Okay. And Mr. Ateki Yakubu. Baby will be a mamenchan me Asante region.
Okay.
We are not going to make any mistake. There
okay.
be.
Okay. Thank you.
Asante regional incoming assistant secretary. Lawyer Bofik institution baby will be a mamenchano.
Okay. Yembrano enya ayebia enesa.
And then original minister babe the wait to be a happy babe.
Papa mo join e nyame yadom akina exactly 2 p.m. ye besan so enimu edi ehia wo shoulder njumedie so hana ATP na the newspaper review no ebesom ye sasona executive producer Mr. Daniel ye bo kopie mo MC ahonom dia na chese kwadwo ye bo a wono na chese videos ne pictures na etwegu nyina no nsa no adwuma no Nyankopon enhia mu nyina ye papa nyampa akina ye besan so edi ehia makra mo.